Hi, I'm Abby and welcome to my channel, Abby's Anxiety. I'm glad that you're watching this video. I filmed the rest of this video yesterday, and only when I was trying to put it together today did I realize that I never actually did an opening. So if you notice that I'm wearing a different shirt and things like that, that's why. This video I'm going to show you my nightstand. It's not your traditional nightstand, and you'll understand in the next clip of the video. But I'll show you my nightstand and just some of the organization that I have with it. And after I show you that, I'll talk a little bit about why I have it organized like that and how that affects my mental health at the end of the video. This whole video is a little bit confusing, and I just apologize at the start. So thank you if you actually take the time to watch it all the way to the end. If you're into organization, I think you'll enjoy it. If you just are curious about what my house looks like, this will at least show you what is in my nightstand. And it's, again, not a traditional nightstand. But yeah, welcome, and I'm glad you're here, and thank you for watching. This is what I use as a nightstand. It is a much larger unit, you can tell, but this is what I use as my nightstand. And before filming this, I did not even bother taking the time to take my empty mug of tea off the table or stand. I still have that empty water bottle over there. This is how it was when I decided to pick up my phone and film this. But I wanted to show you this because this is part of my organizational system that is really working for me. And you can see that I have labels. They're just blue painter's tape with Sharpie written on them. At some point, I would like to make better labels for them. But for right now, this is what I had, and it was quick and easy, and it works. And to show that it's not just the outside, but it's the inside that's organized too. I'm covering that just because y'all don't need to know what medications I'm on. But you can see that I've got the blue baskets are from the Dollar Tree. I've got red little, here. I have some weird medical stuff that has been going on. And so I've got these cups that I use for that. I've got some Q-tips because I'm always needing Q-tips and nail clippers. These are little flossers. I've got some additional medications in here. This is what I call my spider killing section because I pretty much only use Kleenex for killing spiders. And I have an agreement with the spiders in my house. If they come down and they crawl in front of me or across what I'm doing, they're dead. If they stay up on the wall or the ceiling, they can stay happily alive. I almost pulled that out. And they're my cat brushes. And then here, these are the miscellaneous items that I keep next to my bed, but I don't have another spot to put them. They're not big enough for their own category. This is actually a controller for my battery operated candles. I use the candles as kind of a nightlight sometimes. I've got my little screwdriver that has actually come in handy more often than I can count. I have a pocket knife. I think, my rock. I like this rock. It feels good. And yeah, I keep it handy because sometimes I do exactly this. It fits just really well in my hand. But you can see that I've got everything all separated. It takes me a second to find what I need and a second to put it away. What do I call this drawer? Devotions. Yeah. This is the stuff that I use for my devotions. I did turn these over. These are some affirmations. These are more affirmation cards. I got a couple of devotional books. I got my Bibles. These are cards that I use for affirmations. I do a lot of affirmations because I find if I don't affirm myself, I often don't get the affirmation that I desire. Yeah, so much more to it than that. This one, I think, is, I cannot read the label on the camera. Oh, reading, filming, and miscellaneous. And yeah, just the books that I'm reading, highly recommend this one. I'm only a couple chapters in and I'm really, really enjoying it. And actually I need to take this one out because I finished it and I need to take it to the little library. So I'm actually going to take it out now so I remember. But yeah, the books I'm currently reading, I got a pencil, I got some extra bookmarks, and then my filming equipment. I have this little tripod thingy that I sometimes have used, and then this is the bag that the microphone goes in. But you can see I keep these pretty empty and sorted out and well labeled. And this one is totally empty. I don't know if I'll ever put something in it or if I'll just let it be empty space. And this, I think this is pain relieving and relaxation. Yeah, pain relief and relaxation. I deal with pain. It's fact of life. So I've got just some things that help with the pain. A hot pad. I've got some of my night braces in it. Yeah, pain relief. This one is not nearly as organized. This is my yarn and extra crochet materials little bin. But it's still, I don't use it very often. But I know like all of my yarn and all of my crochet hooks are in here. At least the ones that I don't use frequently. I do have a frequent use crochet bag. And this is my current project, my latch hook. I like doing latch hook, but I do it in small doses at a time. And then this, tucked here under that shelf, is just, it's all those little like office-y supplies. The glare is horrible, you probably can't see. A bunch of little office supplies that I use frequently. Well, okay, the stars are just fun to make and I didn't have another place to put them, so that's why they're in here. But primarily little office supplies that I use a lot and I don't have a better place to put them, but I like them all in their little compartments because I can just pop this open, reach in, grab what I want. If I take out too many, it's easy to drop them back in the right spots. I love it. And then this are future projects, or, well, truthfully, they are projects that I started and got frustrated with. That would be this one, which at some point I will return to it. And then this is one that my mom and I actually bought together, and we bought the supplies for it, and then neither of us ever did it. And so it's hanging out in this bin. And these are the project kits. These are the projects that I'm hoping and going to work on when I finish a couple of my current projects. It's like those are the next in line ones. But yeah, that is part of my organization. And yeah, you can see I'm like a little embarrassed by the stuff that's on top, but that's okay. Life is busy and that's just what it is. Yeah, that was a little tour of my nightstand organizing unit. I think it's actually from the kids' IKEA department, but I have found that these units work amazingly. I actually have another one, right, a fiddly toy, right here next to me that I might show you. That one I'm still working on because I actually just got it last week off of, well, Nextdoor, like Facebook for neighborhoods. Yeah, I just got it off of Nextdoor. And so I'm still putting it together, still getting it organized. But I'll probably show it to you maybe next week. But yeah, that unit that I showed you is the one next to my bed. It's my nightstand. It's got a lot of storage in it. Very helpful to me. And I think the purpose of showing this is kind of starting to talk about organization and decluttering, because that's been something that at first was something that I hated, and then it was something that I started to really embrace, and I understood the necessity. And due to some life circumstances, at some point I'll have to cue you guys into some of those life circumstances. A few of you already know these, but yeah, due to some life circumstances, I found that organizing and purging, getting rid of my stuff, was really a focus and something that I needed to work on significantly and take huge strides and gains in it. And now that that urgency is over, I'm finding that I actually get enjoyment from being organized. I get enjoyment from finding more things that I can get rid of, while still making place to display the things that I love. There's another YouTube channel that I found near the beginning of that journey, and that YouTube channel, those videos have really taught me a lot of things that I needed to learn. And what they specifically taught me was my organizing style, and it helped me see why most ways people organize, it's not going to work for me. And this YouTube channel focuses a lot on form over function. She talks about you make the space work for you, and then you can make it Pinterest pretty. And so my space, primarily, I'm just making it functional. I don't know if I will ever make it Pinterest pretty, but it's functional, and that's what's important to me. And yeah, I've learned a lot about myself in this process, and I think I know that that's affected my mental health. I don't know exactly how. I've never really thought about that, but I know it's affected it. And mostly I know that by decluttering and organizing and having a space that is easy to maintain and easy to keep tidy relieves a lot of my daily stress. That's why when I do my binder system, I don't have to put on, it's going to take me 10 minutes to find my keys. Well, it's because my keys are always right over there on the stand by my door, and I always put them back in the same spot. And that's an established habit. And I know when I go to look for my keys, they're gonna be right there. And that's what organization really has helped me with. Yeah, this feels a little weird. It doesn't feel like it's a lot about mental health, but the changes of being organized and actually having a space that functions and functions for me alleviates so much of my anxiety and takes away so much of the energy that it used to take when I lived in a cluttered area, and or I guess even more importantly, when I was trying to live in areas that were organized but not in a way that functioned well for me. And so yeah, having the space organized how I've got it makes a big difference. And at this point, I'm just rambling on. So I am going to say goodbye and good night. And thank you for watching, and thank you for coming back, and look forward to some more organizing videos. Maybe this will turn into an organizing channel. Who knows? But yeah, thank you for coming and watching, and feel free to leave a comment if you've got a question or a thought or whatever. I try to respond at least once or twice a week. Some weeks are better than others. Y'all know how that goes. But yeah, I'm officially finished with this. So thank you, and bye-bye.